Like, disclaimer, this is not manual. This is all manual. PRND. No.
So look, just to make sure, just in case y'all hear the car and think that it's somehow manual. Look, no third pedal.
There's no
See?
third pedal. There's a death pedal,
Yep.
brake, gas.
That's it.
To be sold to the darkness, farewell to heaven, my friend. Come to me, bury your sorrow, temptation
Oh man. What's going on, guys? Join me on another car review, of course. Riding co-pilot, my friend Leo's 2004?
Yeah.
2004 BMW 325Ci E46 generation. So, for those of you that don't know the E46, they were making these from 1999 to, I believe, 2006, I believe,
Yeah,
2006. They made two variations of it, the pre-facelift and then the facelift one. This one with the updated headlights is the facelifted one. So, yeah, go ahead and tell us about your car, Leos. Like, what do you pretty much, like, basically, how was it since you got it? What you done to it?
So I'll start off, Flo. How I got this car, the day I turned, this was my cousin's car. And something happened, he had to go back to England. So the car just stayed in my mom's garage for years. At the time, the car had 52,000 miles on it, just chilling in the garage. And for 04, at that time, it had low miles. It still has low miles till this day. So on my 18th birthday, my mom literally threw the key at me and said, "It's your problem now."
Literally.
So ever since then, I've had it since, and it's been my bread and butter. I put blood, sweat, especially blood, and tears into this car.
You basically threw keys to your son or cousin that was graduating, or nephew, and it's a freaking sports car.
So ask him, I pulled it up on, I think, senior year. Halfway through senior year, I'm like, yeah, I got a car. Pulled it out.
2013, by the way. 2013, 2014.
Damn, it's been that long.
It's been that long.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's now 2020.
Oh, let me put a disclaimer in this video from now. This car is 100% automatic.
Yeah.
But I fool people. As you'll see in this video, you will not believe an automatic could do certain things.
Yeah. Literally just rev match as if it's a stick. Sometimes if you're driving next to this thing, I'll have you fooled thinking that it's a manual. And you look inside and you see a button on the front of the shifter. You see that it's wooden, there's no H pattern on it, and there's two pedals. And you'll be like, but you were just rev matching not too long ago. Like, what was that, bro?
Oh, I missed it. In the parking lot? Go straight?
Yeah. Anywhere in the parking lot, doesn't matter.
Like, I don't know if you guys can hear it through the video, but I'll bring it up to speed and I'll show you guys the fakeness of this car.
Windows down.
I have an active auto works. That's how they pronounce it.
Auto work.
Auto works. Aftermarket tune. They added burbles, retarded my timing.
Yeah.
My timing, gave me extra power, deleted my secondary O2 sensor.
This man, bro.
And the car's been more. BMWs are the type, they make power, but they make it linearly. Should I just keep going straight?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, I can go straight. They make linear power, meaning throughout the whole power band, you will get nice consistent power,
Yeah.
and it doesn't die down.
That's the thing about these inline sixes. They have pretty good torque, and it keeps it all the way up to redline, NA or turbocharged. This one being the E46, it gets the what, M54?
It gets the M54.
Yeah. So not the N, the M, as in mansion.
But this is the predecessor to the N.
To the mighty N54 with the twin turbos.
As they call it, the modern day 2J.
Yeah.
Because it can handle 800 to the block.
Or the modern day BMW EJ, since they love blowing up.
Yeah, spinning rods.
No offense to anyone that has that 335.
But we
Mario.
Yeah. We have a close friend, like, you know, let's just say he's on his second engine, but he's done a phenomenal work to that car.
54 problems are fast, but you know, they can blow up just as fast too.
And to all the BMW people watching this, I know I'm gonna see it in the comment. Oh, have you fixed your oil pan? Have you fixed your valve cover gasket? I've done everything oil related except my rear main seal. My rear main seal drips at least once or twice a week. But when I do my manual swap, I'm gonna change it out right then and there.
And in a BMW, if it doesn't leak something.
Yeah. And I fixed my coolant problems too before anybody puts that in the comments too.
So being the E46, like, how does it drive, like, chassis-wise?
You see, when it comes down to it, BMW's motto is the ultimate driving machine, and they really stand by that, where this car rides extremely comfortable with stock suspension. It's not on stock suspension right now. But when I first got it, it ride comfortably, got me to point A, B, and C. And back then, I didn't know nothing about cars. This car got me into cars.
Yeah.
And now I'm an entry-level mechanic myself right now.
Yeah. The misconception that people get is that people think BMWs are really hard to work on. They do things their own way, but it's not necessarily difficult. Like, it's not a Volkswagen. Because you can get, like, an engine in and out of these BMWs relatively quickly with not that many tools. And it's not many parts that you have to go through to get to that. But with a Volkswagen, it's a complete different story. You have like 17 different shields.
The clips.
Yeah, clips that only Volkswagen make. You have triple squares, torques. You have hex bolts.
Triple square or drain plugs.
Drain plugs.
Drain plugs.
You need a triple square to change oil. So, not the case of BMW. What are the mods done besides from the wheels? I know we talked about the wheels.
The wheels. Now the wheels, when I first bought them, they were black. But every time you see a silver car, you always saw black wheels, and I got tired of that look.
Excuse me. All right.
So
I'll let everybody else know.
So I went to Home Depot and I bought Rust-Oleum white paint, and I painted my wheels white. And let me tell you this, I have people till this day coming up to me saying, can I take pictures of your car? Can I review your car? I have multiple people coming to me because the white enhances the look of the silver. Because my silver has a pearlescence in it, and it sticks out when I wax it.
It sticks out, bro, and it's one of those contrasting colors that, like, no matter where you see it, it gets you looking at, let's say, the tire lettering on this car, or the paint, for instance, how it was pearlescent. Because when it was black, when the wheels were black, you would only just see, you know, the paint, and you wouldn't think too much about it. You would just see silver. You look at the white, and the white kind of has like that silver quality where, like, it kind of, it doesn't really reflect that much, and you see the silver reflecting all of the light, and you're like, wow, there's actually blue flakes in that paint. You know, wow, that wheel arch is actually that big. Like, you see these things.
For the BMW guys out there, it's Titan Silver.
Titan Silver.
It's Titan Silver Metallic. That's the paint code.
The little German squiggly B is in the middle of silver, so it's silver.
Silver.
Titan Silver.
I have Raceline coilovers. Love them.
The Ultimos, right?
Ultimos, so they're the highest tier for Racelands I could get for this car. Yeah, they're kind of on the bumpy side, but when it comes to handling, they're perfect. They're phenomenal. Yeah. My intake, now, with my intake, everybody thinks my car is boosted because my car has a certain hiss to it. I don't know if the camera would pick it up, but like at, like, say 3,500, you hear the intake literally starts whistling loud. But with my intake, I didn't get a K&N, I built my own intake. My intake would cost me like 50 bucks. Plus I ran my intake, as you see in the cinematics, I ran it all the way down into the bumper. And no, I've never hydrologged, then I don't have problems with rain, because it's all common sense at that point. If it's raining, drive slow.
Yeah.
Also, I have I have Megan Racing camber control arms because let's just say those are needed. You know, remember what I just said about rain? Yeah, those camber control arms came in handy. So I have the typical E46 mod. I have eBay headers. Yes, I said it. eBay headers.
It's actually the best headers though.
They're the best. They're actually replicas of the Super Sprint headers, but they do the exact same job.
Yeah.
The exact same job.
For a lot less, of course.
And these headers were $100. It took me 8 hours to put them in.
8 hours.
8 hours because I didn't know anything back then.
Yeah.
What else? I have a Mishimoto intake boot coming from my throttle body because these boots are notorious for dry rotting and ripping over time.
That's all the red stuff in the engine bay.
All the red stuff.
Yeah, behind the intake.
My coil packs, I forgot the company where I bought them from.
They're nice though. Nice looking.
But they were, I forgot but they really helped with the car because my car used to have a rough idle. As soon as I put those in, they mellowed out. I'm also running NGK-R 4 electrode spark plugs. So I don't have the typical just one electrode. BMW is like 4 rather than just a 1.
Yeah.
But when I got this car, I completely modded it. Not one tune.
Just
But
now.
the cars are smart because all the parameters I was running, the car just reset its values. And it ran rough, don't get that twisted, it ran rough.
Yeah.
But I would redline this car every single day.
Oh yeah.
And no problem.
No problems at all.
Now since I got it tuned, it's a whole different beast.
Let's give him a sound clip. A little something.
Yeah, I rev matched it.
Yep.
Also,
Like I said, it never gets old. But yeah, tell us like the common-ish, or should I say like the things you should watch out for when buying an E46?
if you're interested in buying an E46,
Yeah.
do not buy one over 150K. Why? That's when the head gasket starts giving problems.
If
But
it's not been taken care of.
If it's not been taken care of or done already. But the typical main factors is OIL, oil. E46s drink oil and they waste oil. So if you're interested in buying an E46, make sure you check the valve cover gasket. You can't really check the rear main, but you can look at the transmission to see if it's dripping. Oil pan gasket is notorious for leaking.
Yes.
Rear main seal. Even the oil filter housing gasket, that took me the longest to figure out. Because I was leaking oil from the left side of my motor, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is leaking? Till I looked up a video. I haven't seen this man on YouTube in ages, but if you're watching this video, 50s kid, come back. We need you.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. And he helped me figure out that, oh, it was my oil filter housing gasket. I changed it myself. Everything you see on this car was done by these two hands. Everything was done by me. Because I got the realization one day, took my car to BMW because I didn't know nothing back then. It was a simple, I think I needed a compressor, and oh yeah, here we go. I drove this car 5 years without AC, and I live in South Florida.
Don't know how.
I recently installed it for $35. The junkyard is a blessing. So thanks to LKQ for that.
Yeah. This makes no sense. So I've driven this car several times. I mean, I can tell you guys, like, from driving it, it's very analog, of course. This is like the very golden period of BMW in terms of like the driving dynamics. So basically they were getting very advanced with tech. They started getting navigation. They were getting CD changers, DVDs, whatnot. They had in-car phones. I think this car actually had one.
No,
it didn't.
Earlier models like that.
So like the 99, I think,
99.
came with a phone, and then they got rid of it or something.
And the glove box came with a flashlight too.
Yeah, came with a flashlight. The toolbox was back there still, but you still had, you know, hydraulic powered steering. Everything was, you know, just starting to become drive-by-wire, but not entirely. You know, it was just, everything was more mechanical back then. So this is like the golden age where everything was like solid build quality. Well, aside from the center console. Yeah, you know, build quality and the missing headliner.
The headliner, I'm not gonna
race
get
car.
into that. Yeah, race car.
This is called.
Let's just say that.
Let's just say race car. But yeah, honestly, this is like the time period that I miss. You know, when they had the E46 M3, the E39 M5,
The CSL M3.
CSL M3,
Which you had to sign a death waiver for.
Yeah. The E60 M5. This is a time where BMW wasn't really scared to try and do new things. So you're gonna commonly find a lot of over-engineering going on in this generation of BMW, which is why people love them. You know, it's different from the E36 and the E30. All right, guys, gonna close this review out. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I know for all you E46 people, definitely, you know, stay away from all the rust bucket ones out there. Yeah. All the ones that have the subframe rust and the trunk squeaking and whatnot, and the head gasket and oil. Yeah. Recently just hit 1,000 subscribers. I do want to thank you guys so very, very much. I said it in the last video, but you know, I still can't believe I still hit this number. And honestly, I'm just gonna keep, you know, coming out with content for y'all. Just keep, you know, liking the content, keep commenting, and yeah, let's get to 5,000 and then 10,000.
My IG will be in the description below.
Yeah,
if you guys are wondering.
Yeah, I'll link the IG and everything. So yeah, deuces.